This week's first five, man.
Not the 5 things that piss you off.
No.
Okay.
I ain't pissed with this.
Okay.
I am pissed with some of these folks who lack knowledge of the game and they don't want to just go do the research when we got these computers in our pockets.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Either they can go watch the games or they can go look up any kind of information. So I am pissed about that. But it's the 75th year of the NBA. We're nearing the conclusion of the regular season. You know what I'm saying? Before we really get into the real season, the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So I still want to examine a few things. So this week I want to look at 5 NBA legends who could have come straight out of high school,
right,
and gone to the NBA. Okay.
Okay.
If not, come straight out of high school. I know now we're in the one and done era. They most definitely could have been one and done, but I'm gonna say they could come straight out of high school as well. Okay. Now, what got my wheels turning on this? What making me think about this? We see Brun Braun, who came straight out of high school, is en route to breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record. Okay, he still got to pass Karl Malone, which he'll do that soon. You know, and then he'll be headed for Kareem.
Yep.
And I don't hear which this is incredible what Brun Braun is doing at 37 years old. Just put up another 50 ball the other day for 2 in like the past week or so. But people talk year 19, 37. And I was thinking, man, I wonder what some of these other guys would have done then if they had the opportunity to come straight out of high school. What their year 19 would have looked like in the same situation. So it got me trying to think about and figure out who really could have done it and been great. Okay. So here we go.
All right.
The first one is obvious. The first one is indisputable.
Okay.
The first one is if you dare try to disagree with this, your ass should be beat, your ass should be blocked.
Flogged.
Yes.
I got you.
Stoned.
I got you.
And that is Wilt Chamberlain.
No doubt.
As much as people say that Shaq is the most dominant force the league has ever seen, and the most freakish athlete, the freakish body type that the league has ever seen, the more and more I watch about Wilt, I might have to get that shit to Wilt. Because they telling me that Wilt was just as, if not stronger than Shaq. They telling me that Wilt was doing shit that he was a track star. What am I talking about?
He was a track star. That's right.
I was just about to say doing shit like a track star, but he was a track star.
Long jump guy.
Insane athlete, bro.
Killing it.
Okay. So at 7'1", 275 pounds, that's what they got him listed as. I don't know what it was exactly coming out of high school, but you know, at that time, still a physical marvel.
Yeah.
He could have easily gone straight into the NBA. This motherfucker at Kansas. The first year he played at Kansas, he averaged 29.6 points a game and 18.9 boards. So 30 and 19.
Light work.
But he came back for another year after that.
He just had time. He had other things to do on campus.
This shit crazy. Like this type of guy, imagine you can slash those numbers in half.
Yeah.
Half those.
He's numbers. A lottery pick.
Probably the first pick. Mm-hmm. You got a big with those measurements, a big that they say is a high jumper, can sprint like he can, as strong as he is, and then put up numbers. Half of that, they're gonna say, "Oh, the upside is so great."
So I'll give you. This probably ain't a fair comparison, but I'll give you to today. So, in college game today, they're telling me Oscar Toshiboy is the National Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Big guy. I think he's a 7-footer, maybe 6'11", 7 foot. Strong hands, great mobility, athleticism. He's a double guy every night. Mm-hmm. He might be 15 and 14, seriously, like right now today. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what you're saying. Like what you're saying, that made me think about him, Oscar Toshiboy with Kentucky. I mean, just a strong physical, strong hands, strong body. And that's maybe Wilt today compared to back then.
Wilt came back the next year.
He had
it's just the culture. Shit did different in America.
No, Wilt had stuff to do. No, let's tell America what it is.
Shut your mouth. I just thought this.
Do
when he came back that next year, he averaged 30.1 points per game and 17.5 boards.
Yeah, okay, just a man.
This man could have easily come out of high school.
Oh yeah.
The next one is indisputable. Okay.
Not like being flogged, but indisputable.
It's indisputable.
Gotcha.
Only reason I'm gonna say that somebody might not, maybe you don't throw stones, is because his body was, he didn't have the just physical presence of Wilt. Okay, but his high school achievements were incredible. Okay. In New York City basketball, he won 3 championships.
He did.
And he was the talk of the nation. I'm talking about the former Lou Alcindor.
Yep.
Okay. Who became known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Okay. Yep. Kareem ain't have no business going to nobody college. Okay. The Wizard of Westwood had no business getting hold to Kareem. Okay. He had no business going out there with John Wooden. Okay. This man should have went straight to the damn league. When you do what you did in high school like that, okay, it's undoubted. And then you come into, let's say, okay, maybe you can't come out of high school. Let's say it's the one and done era. Mm-hmm. He couldn't even play varsity his first year. That's a dumb ass rule. That was a dumb rule. Okay. America, think about all the great one and done freshmen that you've seen. Imagine them not being able to play as freshmen. Yeah. Imagine Carmelo Anthony not being able to play that year with Syracuse. Imagine Anthony Davis not being able to play that year with Kentucky. This was a dumbass rule. But okay, for junior varsity, I suppose, this motherfucker went and got 33 and 21.5. He should have never waited to play varsity. He just said, I'm gone after this shit. Y'all know what I can do. Y'all know who I am. Yeah. Kevin Durant, y'all know who I am. Yeah. But okay, he came back the next year. Okay, so this is sophomore year, first year, but he averaged 29 and 15 and a half. Oh, and they won the ship.
Light work.
And then he came back to school. This is what I'm saying. This is after his age 19 season. He should have been gone. Then he would have been in the league. He would have came into the league, had more time to accumulate these points. Brun Braun would still be chasing. Brun Braun would be saying, God damn, I'm gonna show enough how to goddamn drink my Nona juice and take care of these needs. Because I'm gonna have a ways to go. Because when Kareem came to the league at 22, he came out the gate averaging 28.8 points. So you ain't telling me that if this man was able to come straight out of high school, that he couldn't at least average 22 points as a rookie.
Oh, no doubt.
As a rookie, could at least got you 22. Bump that up probably 25 the next year, then boom, 28. Okay? And come on, bro. This man, they should have seen him in NCAA basketball, people. Next guy, Urban Magic Johnson.
Okay.
Michigan State had no business of getting hold of no Magic Johnson. 6'9". He's 6'9", handling the ball like that. Think about these boys now that everybody will be on these mixtapes. Ooh, he's so nice. He's so cool. Magic was 6'9", handling the rock back then when you weren't. You know what they told you to do? when you were 6'9", 6'10", 6'11", shit like that, when you get a rebound, you know what they tell you to do? Burn your guard, son.
Burn your guard.
Burn your guard.
Burn your guard.
Magic said, fuck that, I am the guard. He should have went to the league. Should have went to the league. But it was a different world. Different world. All he did freshman year at Michigan State was 17 points, 7.9 boards, 7.4 assists. As a freshman. And he came back.
He had to.
I know, but I'm just saying to the.
But he had things to do.
Shut your mouth. I'm trying to get viewers to understand like what these boys were really doing. Like again, I'm saying they shouldn't even went, but even when they went, these freshman years, they should have been out of there.
He had things to do.
Shut your mouth. But the culture was just so different that
it was.
Even him coming out as a sophomore was viewed as
yeah.
Like they thought that was something that he didn't stay.
Uber special, man. Uber special. Transcendent talent, especially for what is considered a guard. What the traditional guard was then.
Yeah.
You got a guy like Magic now.
Oscar.
Height, size.
Remember, Oscar Robertson was considered a big guard.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, Oscar was.
But he wasn't no 6'9".
Nah, I think Oscar was 6'7".
Fucking 6'9".
He might be 6'7". Maybe.
I'm going to double check that. I thought it might be maybe you might be right. 6'6".
He about 6'6", 6'7".
6'5".
Yeah, in that lane.
This some bitch 6'9". This motherfucker got a power forward frame out here. Solid. Running point.
Solid.
He should have never been up there in Lansing, Michigan.
Should have never gave these people money.
Yeah, he was 6'5". All right, 6'5". Okay, that was Oscar. Magic was 6'9". Had no business. The next guy, some of you motherfuckers gonna try to push back on this because y'all get caught up in this GOAT talk and you just your logic and your reason just goes out of the door when we get in this GOAT talk.
Okay.
But Michael Jordan.
Not too easy.
Michael Jordan was a McDonald's All-American in high school. Yep. Michael Jordan set the then record for the McDonald's All-American game for scoring.
He did.
Again, y'all
single game scoring.
Single game scoring. Y'all young as now it's been surpassed. Now it was surpassed by the guy who broke it was a Mississippi King.
Mississippi Picayune King.
Somebody. He was KD before KD was KD.
I watched that game.
Jonathan Bender.
Wet that game.
Look him up. But for that time, Michael Jordan set the record. Y'all hoopers, folks in the hoop community, you know how we feel about the McDonald's game.
Yeah.
Imagine watching the game and seeing somebody just go out there and be a bucket. Y'all know that motherfucker during Brun era, he gone straight to the league.
Yep.
He gone. Or in this era, he gonna go and stay 1 year. So Mike, let's look at Mike freshman year. Okay. Mike freshman year, they had some studs on the team. You got James Worthy on the team. You know what I'm talking about? It was supposed to be James' team. It was a upperclassman's team. Yeah. So for him to start as a freshman for Dean Smith, that was unheard of. Dean Smith wasn't gonna start your motherfucking ass as no freshman.
Nope.
Okay, so that was one thing. All right, his numbers didn't just jump off the chart, but this motherfucker made the game-winning shot in the national title game.
Elbow.
Okay, so look what they got y'all. McDonald's All-American, starting for the North Carolina Tar Heels, a blue blood team, hit the game-winning shot in the title game. James Worthy said out of his own mouth, this man proved that he was better than me only in a couple of weeks of being there. And he came back for 2 more seasons.
2 more times. Another one.
In those 2 seasons, his sophomore and junior year, first team All-America. He shouldn't have been there.
Nope.
Should have been in the league, amassing points. The first year in the league, he come in averaging 28.
Light work.
Come in averaging 28. And that was at 21 years old. So him at 19, when he would have been averaging 24?
At least 20. I give him 22, 24. Because I don't think he'd have been as right yet, just physical yet. He'd be 20 plus.
So these are guys, it just was a different world, man. They had no business. And the last one, this is another one that's indisputable.
Anthony Davis.
That motherfucker don't get me started my mental health tea.
All right. I'm sorry. That was wrong, man.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, too easy.
Shaquille O'Neal's a freak of nature. Okay, I didn't get a chance to really just see Wilt like that. I'm going back and watching them on YouTube. It's hard to get the Warriors Wilt. Yeah. Seems like you can kind of find some stuff with the Lakers Wilt, and Lakers Wilt is not trying to dominate as much. And then the Warriors Wilt, from the tape I'm able to see, is grainy. Yeah. That's why I love somebody, whoever put that shit out there that went viral on social media, Wilt with the Warriors, where it was like slicking like kind of HD damn near, that we were able to see that. I love you. Thank you. But I wasn't able to watch those games. I wasn't live, okay? I saw Shaq motherfucking ass. Shaq came in the league with the Magic. Everybody want to tell me about Lakers Shaq. Orlando Shaq was a top 5 player in the NBA. Orlando Shaq fucked the all 75 team. Orlando Shaq made the all 50 team.
He did that.
Just that quick.
He did that.
That man had no damn business or going to no damn LSU. His ass should have been in the league instantaneously. Yep. His freshman season at LSU, a stacked LSU team.
Stacked one. Tell him who was on that thing.
Dale Brown must have been.
No. Well, no NIL.
Dale Brown had Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, which, we back then known as Chris Jackson. He had somebody big, Stanley Roberts, if I'm not mistaken.
Who was an NBA player.
And who Shaq bigs up. He say he learned a lot from Stanley Roberts. Want to say he learned that drop step from Stanley Roberts. Mm-hmm. Okay. So in that situation, Shaq still averaged 13.9 points and 12 boards. Okay. And came back for another year. So a physical marvel like this comes out and gives you a double-double as a freshman, but because the culture was what it was, he comes back for a sophomore season. Yep. In this motherfucker's sophomore season, 1990-91, this son bitch Shaq went out there and got 27.6 points per game and 14.7 boards. Okay? Now, you might look at that and say, yo, okay, that's Shaq. He supposed to do that in college. I'm shaking my head because it came back again.
Came back.
This freak of nature did 3 years in college.
He had to.
Because it just was different.
You
just didn't leave like that.
Yep. That's fact.
You just didn't. That's know what I'm saying? He came back that last year and did 24 and 14. Okay. And then when he got to the league, first year he touched down.
What do you do?
That motherfucker came to the league and went 23 and 14 with 3.5 blocks in a man's league with real centers. Yep. That Shaquille O'Neal came into a league that David Robinson established, Hakeem Olajuwon established, Patrick Ewing established, and he came in and said, "Fuck all that."
Yep.
That man had no business going no LSU. Should have been straight out of high school.
Meanwhile, making blue chips and rap music.
Doing all that. Look, I want y'all to take this into account when you're comparing folks. Compare. That's why you got to compare motherfuckers to that era and what was really going on.
Yeah.
You really do. Because let's say Kareem comes straight out of high school.
Yeah.
Okay. Kareem's year 19 season then, instead of being in his advanced age, as T like to say.
Advanced age, that's right. That's it.
So Kareem played 20 seasons in the league. So his 19th season, he was 40 years old.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what Kareem looked like at 40.
At 40, shit, he still averaged 15 and 6.
That's right.
Okay. But at 37, he averaged 22 and 8. Okay. He averaged 22 and 8. So if he comes out of high school, that's his year 19.
Yep.
22 and 8 in a different league with big centers, different philosophies and all that kind of shit.
Yep.
But his point total, that 3-4 years extra that he would have had if he come out of high school, if he was one and done, his point total would have still been stupid because that young Kareem would have been putting up them gaudy numbers.
Sure would have.
You know what I'm saying? But so again, that's not to take anything away from LeBron. What LeBron is doing in this stat padding era is still great on one end of the court. You know what I'm saying? Because he does take care of himself. He's a model of taking care of his body. After each game, he's gonna make sure he start icing, start his treatment. A lot of these players should fucking learn from that. I'm talking to Anthony Davis without talking to him. That's what I'm really getting at right now, but I digress. But when we get to talk about the longevity stats, we do have to look at the fact there's a lot of guys who didn't have the opportunity to, they had some good years taken away from them just because of dumbass rules.
Right.
And they had some years of making money.
That's right.
Over the table money. I'm sure they were getting a little something under the table back then too. But they had some years of over the table money that they missed out on. T, are there any straight off top of your head that you can think of that you say, yeah, that motherfucker probably could have gone too?
Kevin Durant is there for me. Because KD was...
He shouldn't have even been one and done, you think?
I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
KD continuously grew, as I've read. He continued to grow. Like he never stopped growing until he got to like Texas. So he was still like adding inches on. So he was 6'5", and he was 6'7". Now he's like, you could argue him 7 foot to 6'10", whatever you want to call him. But what he did at Texas was just amazing. That's the first guy that comes to mind for me that could have made the leap from high school was Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant came up differently. He played the circuit, but he also played a lot of physical people growing up, just repetition. He can take bumps. That's the thing about KD. Now, he may not necessarily be the most like he can take a bump, but sometimes his own body can fail him when he's making moves. Mm-hmm. But going down the lane, driving, like the other night, saw him against Joel, he took a bump, nice layup off the glass, and one. He can do that for his frame. Mm-hmm. But KD is one guy that I put in my brain as somebody that could have gone straight out. Now another guy, and this might surprise you, but I'm kind of looking up what he did back in high school. That's Kyrie Irving. We didn't get to see a lot of Kyrie when
he would have been straight out because he still got drafted.
Number one,
got hurt. Yeah,
hurt. I'm still number
they
one.
saw what he did on the AU circuit.
Yeah,
the AU circuit got a lot of motherfuckers signed.
And he was cooking. He was cooking, and he did a lot for St. Patrick in New Jersey. Mm-hmm. He was hooping. He was definitely hooping. And it's just so crazy to me because, I look at the guy that Kyrie, I look at what Kyrie is as a talent. And I go, we're not getting the full gift.
KD.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you got talking getting a J up.
Like we're not getting the full gift of Kyrie Irving. The guy that, like he played 8 games collegiately. Well, I'm sorry, 11. He averaged 18. He averaged 18 and 4 collegiately. He only played 11 games. And he was still number 1 pick.
He probably was cooking motherfuckers on that AAU circuit.
God,
his AAU tape probably insane.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
It's probably insane.
Those are the 2 guys I would insert. I don't think I would take any of your guys out because them guys were truly, truly gifted athletes and special for their era.
I'm gonna add one more. Then this is an honorable mention.
All right,
Larry Joe Bird. Larry Joe Bird. Now I don't know what Larry Joe did in high school, but I know in his freshman year at Indiana State, Larry Joe Bird went for 33 and 13 and came back.
He had to.
Went for 30 and 11.5 the next year, and then came back. 28.6 and 15 and came back. You're not doing that. You let a marketable white boy do that right now. That boy, somebody take him. Indiana gonna take him. Utah gonna take him. Utah take him in a heartbeat.
Oh, easy.
Let a marketable American white boy be doing numbers like that. Utah gonna say, "Hold my bit, we got you."
Okay, it said this Wikipedia now, but they said Larry basically Larry averaged 31 and 21 in high school. 21 board.
Larry Joe shouldn't have seen nobody's college.
Well, his brother played at Indiana State too.
League Larry Joe. And I want to get these boys in a room and get them liquored up, and I want them to echo these things. I want them to let it be known that, man, let us know how you feel. Let these young motherfuckers know that, look, cuz, I was busting motherfuckers' ass in high school. If I grew up in that era, the post after KG opened the floodgate. Now I know Moses Malone, so I'm not gonna throw that out.
All right.
Okay. But again, what Moses did was so unheard of. Ain't that right? Did Moses come out back then at a time when it was
he come out of high school.
That shit wasn't trendy.
Yeah, it wasn't trendy. It was not trendy.
Kevin Garnett did it wasn't trendy. But
he
opened the door. Kobe was like the first guard to do it in that era.
He did.
When they opened them floodgates, I want Larry Bird and them boys to say, "Hey, shit, I could have done that shit." 31 and 21 in high school.
But now I don't know what his competition was.
That's a basketball state.
Was the hoop peach? Was it a peach basket? That's my question.
Shut your dang shit.
Was the hoop a peach basket? Like, that's what I want to really know. Like, Larry, what was you shooting in? Was it regulation?
Just so disrespectful.
Did you run the clock down 2 minutes before you shot? And you were the whole team's points and rebounds? Like, what were you? Because you the hit from French League.
That's what they
so I just need to know Okay. Were they putting up 100 pieces in high school back then in Indiana?
Larry Joe might have. Larry
No.
Joe was out here busting the clock.
I need to go find some books. I need to go to get some books. We need to go get some books because he's the all-time leading scorer in that high school's era.
In Indiana high school?
All time. Well, it doesn't say Indiana all time. It just says the high school, he's the lead scorer.
Okay.
But I need to know, is he the all-time Indiana lead scorer? That I need to find that out.
If he was getting your third that night, he got to be somewhere up in there.
But when you got that thing back like this right here and letting it go, I mean, it's just different.
Larry Joe, that's my honorable mention. But America, y'all chime in, tell us who else y'all got. Go back, OGs especially. Y'all chime in, because these young boys, you know what I'm saying? They don't know about the game. They don't even want to study the game, look at the game in totality. You know what I'm talking about? But if you're a young boy, you know what I'm talking about, young G, you know what I'm saying? You study the game. Chime in, tell us who y'all think in the 75 years of the NBA, who are some other guys you believe could have come into the league for real, and made some noise. Put it on some. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit StatementTees.LLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.